But let's get into our little reaction segment right here. I actually saw this quite recently pop up. And this is talking about a game that you all may know from Ubisoft. And that is the most well-known, established IP that they have had and fumbled it so fucking hard. The fuck is that? I heard of that. Skull and Bones. It's right there. What the fuck is Skull and Bones? What? Thought we're talking about Black Flag. Oh, okay. Well, never mind. All right. So this is the Quadruple A Skull and Bones Disaster. That's a lot of zeros, chat. That's a 2 right there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, wow. Wow, that's 8 zeros. That's 8 zeros. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. That is a dump truck amount of money. You know, that's like a dump truck on top of a dump truck inside of a bigger dump truck of money. Damn. Holy shit. Okay. Let's get into the video.
Heretic! Return what you have stolen from me!
Ah, yes, the Italian Renaissance.
Take yourself from here before I'm forced to thin your ranks further.
You play a dangerous game!
I assure you, this is no game.
After recreating the
Chat, I wonder if they'll know if they're in a game.
Renaissance Italy and the American Revolution, Assassin's Creed made their golden age of piracy its playground in 2013.
See, look, this one was fire. This game was fire right here. Too bad all the developers were gone and didn't come back. They left. I missed them. I missed them so much.
The historical setting enveloped players in a swashbuckling adventure across early 18th century Caribbean waters. Naval combat mechanics entered the mix as a series
Oh, bro, that's so beautiful.
so thrilling that fans wasted no time wishing for a Ubisoft-produced
See, look at that. That looks so nice.
Trappings of Assassin's Creed. The publisher unveiled such a project at E3 2017. The Skull and Bones announcement trailer and subsequent gameplay walkthroughs promised the sailing experience from Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag would be in
2017, cha. When did this game come out again? 2024. This game came out in 2024? Holy shit! No, wait, no, it didn't. It did? Wait, no, I'm actually being... Wait, this game actually came out? Hang on. No way. Ah, shit. No. Did it actually come out this year? Skull and Bones. Holy shit, it did come out this year. Bro, it's got a 3. It has a 3-star. I saved 60% off. Yeah, that's how you not make money back from Quadruple A gaming, chat. Skull and Bones ever. Oh, okay. I like the chat. That's funny right here. The first question you see that people ask is Skull and Bones ever coming out? Bro, I just see it came out. It came out in February. Nah, dude, you're joking. It came out. No, it had to have come out on the last half of this year, right? That's when they usually do it, right? Like September. No, like October. No, it's like October, September, November, like December. Those are the times that they would put out games because, you know, like Christmas season, holidays, and all that. It came out in February. What the fuck? That's absurd. Wow. I honestly... Okay. That's not good when you see the first thing right there is Skull and Bones ever coming out as the first thing. Oh. And then the second one is, why did Skull and Bones fail? Oh, shit. It's called, oh, dude, that's like the first two right there. Oh, and then there's a controversy. But that's for something else. Oh, God.
Projected into a massive multiplayer romp. However, the idea derived from a simpler premise years prior, one that would have seen Black Flag receive a seafaring
So
online
does that mean we
streak
could fight on the
post-launch.
boats on that
But
thing?
ambitions swelled as Ubisoft executives heard the siren song of a recurring revenue stream. Thus, Assassin's Creed 4's multiplayer
Oh,
mode
dude, they heard a
morphed into
siren.
live
Oh,
service.
shit. They're dead.
Creative leads struggled for years trying to devise a clear vision. All while
Also,
Skull
tell
and
me the
Bones
volume is
became marred by
A-okay.
several regime changes, multiple reboots, and more
might
than
adjust
a
a
few
little bit.
delays. Mismanagement in the development and publishing departments muddied the waters from the start, and Ubisoft's bold insistence on a hefty premium price tag all but doomed the so-called
Assassin's
Quadruple A
Creed
title.
Odyssey!
Despite nearly a decade of build-up, the pirate game launched to minimal fanfare in February 2024.
What the fuck
courting
is
fewer
that?
than
What
a
the
million
fuck is
users
that?
in week one. Did
Huh?
this beleaguered endeavor ever stand a chance? Its tumultuous production history doesn't suggest as much. This is the tragedy of Skull and Bones.
Oh. I mean, the intro looks really nice. Very calming. Very
This
relaxing.
video was brought to you in part by Warhammer 40,000 Tacticus.
No, wait.
Step into the eternal conflict of Warhammer 40,000 Tacticus. Dominate.
Play Warhammer chat. Do it for this guy. Do it now. I will know if you didn't click the link right there and scan it right now on your phone. What? You're on a phone right now? You know what? Use your phone to scan the phone and another phone to help scan that phone with that phone. There you go. You need 3 phones to get the job done. You're welcome.
the battlefield and become a legend in the Warhammer universe. With
Chat's just like, wait, what?
Tacticus.
Why do you need 3? It's just 2. No. Yippee! We're going bankrupt. Sorry. My phone. I don't have
Founded
enough
in
money. We'll get a new phone,
2008,
bro.
Ubisoft Singapore spent years
skill
serving
issue
as
dial.
a support studio for every major Assassin's Creed installment, minus the
Oh,
original.
dude, I like that
Its
one.
co-development
This
duties
one was
on
my best one
AC4
right here.
Black Flag
Black
notably
Flag.
included the design of naval-based gameplay, yet helming Ghost Recon Phantoms also primed the Singapore
dude,
office
Ghost
for its
Recon.
most daring effort.
Oh, dude, Ghost Recon. Oh man, I'm gonna miss those games. Ubisoft's never gonna do those games again, because they said they don't sell because they did NFTs for them. So then they just were like, oh yeah, no more of Ghost Recon because people are not buying it. And like, you're trying to push NFTs. Who the fuck's gonna buy that? The people from that I honestly, the thing that surprised me this year were the people that didn't even buy the NFTs from Ubisoft. You know, their little bullshit that they pulled like a while back, like twice. I'm still surprised at that because they always like to preach like the holy gospel, but they're like, nah, that right there, that's heresy. We don't talk about that. We just ignore it. Chat, you know there's a problem if the people from crypto are trying to tell you have a fucking problem, because they actually did say they have a fucking problem. I'm not joking with you. Some of them are actually saying that, like, oh, dude, Ubisoft has a fucking problem when it comes to crypto, bro. That's where you know you failed at life, 100%. When the crypto people are telling you what to do, what not to do, and it's crypto, you know you failed. You know you failed, chat. Oh god, that's so. I saw something like that. I forgot. I have to find it again, but I thought that was so funny, but also so fucking sad at the same time. I saw that from somewhere, but I didn't know if it was real. So I did my little giggle and just moved on. But I thought that was like so funny. I was like, oh man, dude. Oh, dude, that's just sad.
The Tom Clancy branded multiplayer game came and went fleetingly, launching in 2014.
Oh, dude, I love Tom
with an
Clancy. That
unsuccessful
dude, Tom Clancy
free-to-play
games are
model that
so
only kept it
fucking
afloat
goated.
for 2 years. By the time Ubisoft shut down the Phantom's servers
Oh, like,
in December 2016,
like Ghost Recon,
many
the first
Singapore
one right there.
staffers already had their hands full with what would become Skull and Bones. Shortly after completing its Black Flag tasks, Ubisoft Singapore started developing the naval combat-focused online expansion. According to producer envtuber, the endeavor started in 2013.
You said yours was Syndicate. Oh, dude, Syndicate was really good too. I like that one.
Work on building a multiplayer mode for the existing game lasted a short while, however. Anonymous sources who spoke with Kotaku in 2021 recalled.
You know what's crazy? I just noticed this right now when you look at the detail that they were doing. Chat, does this game look more detailed than the you know, the Assassin's Creed games and games that they've produced today? Dude, this looks like this has so much detail in here. Like you can tell this had so much passion put into it. Like 100%. Like they have the detail of the boards. They got the detail on those, like, was it the mass? They have like even the damages right here on the person right behind that, and the rifles too. They even have a guy swinging right there too with the fire going on. Like, and you see all the, like, dude, that is so much detail right there. I like to say, I bet the graphics suck, the details are okay. But like, dude, like this game looks so much more better though, like with all of this stuff. Because you know, if it was a modern day Ubisoft game, they wouldn't be just like wood is brown. Boop, 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 boop. You know.
For the existing game.
Like, dude, look at that. You can see like all the, like the ropes, you can see the details of that. It looks so, and then you just see this guy fucking dying. He's like, oh.
Lasted a short while.
Oh no, he's actually just like,
anonymous sources who spoke with Kotaku.
I thought he fell off and died. I was like, oh no, he fell.
Singapore's sailing tech, as well as its then fledgling Phantoms experience, convinced higher-ups the studio could quickly produce a live service using Black Flag assets.
I want to go play Black Flag again though.
Assassin's Creed 4 multiplayer suite consequently transformed into a separate MMO-like project with the codename Black Flag Infinite. An inherent connection.
Oh, dude, they could have done a multiplayer expansion on this game, and it would have carried them the whole way.
For one, AC4 was a cross-gen game for both,
especially doing this shit right here.
Era hardware, almost guaranteeing Infinite would be rendered obsolete upon release.
Like, dude, I feel like so piratey with this.
Pirate experience, Ubisoft headquarters set aside the Assassin's Creed branding and instead charged the Singapore outfit with creating a new IP centered around high-stakes ship combat. Skull and Bones, tentatively titled Project Liberté.
I don't know, the wood doesn't look that detailed compared to the older one.
Of mismanagement nipping at its heels.
I don't know. But then most of it, like, okay, chat, I'm gonna be honest with you. The only reason why I don't look at a lot of stuff from Ubisoft anymore, when it comes to their, like, trailers and all that. How many of you guys remember Tom Clancy's The Division? The first one, not Division 2. Remember how that one got, like, pushed off and it was like, wow, look at all these details. They got, you can use vehicles in here. There's dogs. There's, like, you know, birds. And there's, like, all this other stuff in here. And then, like, the gun physics were so okay. They were, like, so god tier that when you actually went into the game, when it first got released, it was not anything like that. It was nothing like that. It was nothing like it was shown. And people were so fucking pissed off and disappointed. And that's coming right after the Watch Dogs issue that happened. When they showed off Watch Dogs the first time. The first Watch Dogs. They showed it off the first time. And it was like, wow, this looks so cool with all of this. You could do a blackout. And you could see all this. And then, like, yeah, like, it was just fucking disappointing. Like, they were so fucking lazy when it came to, like, little stuff on there. It was just so sad. It really was. That's why I kind of just stopped giving a fuck after that. Because I was like, okay, well, one, you fucking lied to me. It's like, you know that, like, that saying, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And I'm fucking done. I don't want to go 3. But I did go for 3. And then I stopped.
120 days. That's how long the average pirate survived a lawless life on the seas during the golden age of piracy.
I love pirates.
I'm Justin Farron, the creative director for Skull and Bones. And this is your chance to not just survive, but to climb the food chain and surpass the...
Even in the years leading up to the E3 2017 unveiling, the core Skull and Bones premise manifested in various forms. One embryonic version imagined Project Liberté in a Caribbean setting like Black Flag.
This looks cool.
Another pre-production iteration reportedly took inspiration from strategy games Sid Meier's Pirates. and would have seen
What?
players explore Hyperborea, a fantasy world where
What are the
branching
cannonballs?
multiplayer campaigns
Oh,
could
shit.
last for weeks. The mythical pirate Utopia Libertalia constituted the primary influence behind a third variation.
I love pirates.
Though all were explored to some extent, none of these ideas advanced beyond
We can
prototyping.
do all the pillaging and
Still,
plundering
Ubisoft
that we
Singapore
want.
invested a significant amount of resources and time into each iteration as a result of constantly reworked concepts. The
There's only
focus
one true
shifted
pirate,
around
and that's the
2017
Foxy from.
when Leeds
Oh my god,
decided
no.
A sessions-based shooter modeled after Rainbow Six
And then there was
Siege,
this game
but with
too,
boats,
but
was the best
I
bet.
honestly was okay with
An
it.
Indian Ocean backdrop seemed optimal as well, considering the large ocean basin housed every major ecosystem and a wealth of trade resources.
Lies. This
Plus,
was
the
when I was
ocean's
kind of giving.
proximity
I was
to
getting kind of
Singapore
fucking
provided
pissed
the
off with them.
developers with a certain air of confidence that they'd be able to faithfully fashion a fantasy about how the region's pirates operated. Ubisoft showcased a glimpse of this vision during the Skull and Bones reveal at Microsoft's E3 2017 press conference. On top of the
C3, you mean
bombastic
E3.
ship combat, initial details teased epic encounters against AI pirates and beasts lying in wait beneath the water. The promise
Ooh.
of 5v5 player modes and ship customization centered around RPG-inspired boat classes also captured the public's attention. Justin
Oh,
Farron,
man.
the project's
They're
first
adding
creative
in
director,
classes in
touted
boats now.
improved wind mechanics as another
They only had,
major
like, what,
improvement
like
over
2
Black
boat
Flag,
classes?
especially since
Oh,
the
no.
feature boasted offensive and defensive uses combined with standard navigational tools. Regardless of the compelling trailers and
Ah, yes, the
marketing
most
speak,
modern of
Skull and
navigational
Bones couldn't
tools.
escape comparisons to Rare's more stylized Sea of Thieves pirate sim. Ubisoft developers argued tone as the key differentiating factor. Sea of Thieves ran rampant with lighthearted
Okay, Sea of
fun,
Thieves I've seen is kind of
whereas
funny.
Ubisoft's title prioritized a grittier approach
Mainly for that
informed
meme.
by many pirates
Captain!
historically fleeing
What-
to the Indian
what?
Ocean after getting chased
Look!
out of the Caribbean.
Oh shit,
Speaking
oh
with
shit, oh
games
shit, oh
industry
shit.
Database,
With the Pirates of the
studio's director
Caribbean
of
music
product and
playing.
service, Francois Loger noted that Skull and Bone imagined those
That
pirates
one
entering
was
new
funny
waters
right
and fighting
there.
to reach the top of the food chain, thus evoking a mafia kind of story, separate from
That
other
one's
pirate
just
games.
immortalized in my
And
head.
thanks to the lessons learned from Ghost Recon Phantoms, community feedback was positioned as an integral part of pre- and post-launch development. As such, news about the Keepers of the Code program accompanied the Skull and Bones announcement, inviting users to playtest the game and influence its creation. But some Kotaku sources claimed Ubisoft executives
Kotaku.
wanted more from E3 2017's sessions-based build and tasked developers with designing additive exploration buttressed by a world whose quest could venture beyond monetizing the PvP grind. While Ubisoft Singapore toiled away on these ambitions, Skull
Maybe
and
they could've
Bones
just done
received the
multiplayer
first of many delays
on
in May
Assassin's Creed Black
2018,
Flag.
pushing its release out of the previously announced fall
Would that make more
2018
sense?
window and into a nebulous 2019 through 2020 period. The publisher told investors the prolonged production cycle would result in an even more engaging experience for players. At least some of what the company had in mind occupied center stage weeks later during E3 2018. Skull and Bones returned to the trade show with a new PvPvE free roam mode called Hunting Grounds that resembled the Division's Dark Zones. A shared world mode,
oh god,
Hunting
yeah,
Grounds
see.
would let players work alone or with friends to harass merchant vessels, pillage trade routes, and engage in other disruptive activities. Ubisoft promoted it as complementary to the pre-existing PvP offering called Disputed Waters, and while both showed promise, developers later alleged that neither of Skull and Bones' E3 builds really existed beyond vertical slices. In the long run, the specifics mattered little. The Skull and Bones Ubisoft exhibited for 2 years was abandoned in favor of pursuing disparate gameplay possibilities.
Oh, so okay, so that doesn't sound pretty good though.
Constant regime changes counted among the many contributing factors to the project's lengthy stay in development hell. Assassin's
Maybe this is why people like try not. Maybe this is why people should always go indie, because if you have like 4 people, like with 4 different groups, because what this was Quadruple A Gaming chat. There's 4 people. There's 4 fucking people, and they all have their own different takes on how this game should go. Yeah, maybe this is why people don't do Quadruple A Gaming.
Creed veteran Sebastian Puel helped shepherd Skull and Bones through its early days in an executive producer role.
Oh, you know what? I just thought of a joke right now. Maybe this is why, like, you know, because if they do Quadruple A Gaming, it's just going to be them screaming. That's what the 4 A's stand for. Screaming at frustration at each other because they're probably going to rip off the other guy's head. Maybe that's why that's not a thing.
Reportedly, Puel's lack of multiplayer expertise motivated his exit. Justin Farron, another longtime Assassin's Creed producer, took over as creative director in 2016,
Oh, God.
fostering good ideas by many accounts, though they failed to align with what Ubisoft headquarters wanted. Notably,
And then
Farron
they're
stuck
just changing
around
people
until
around,
June
too.
2019, 1 month after the second delay. The vice president of editorial from Ubisoft's Paris HQ, Elisabeth Pellin, assumed the role of creative director shortly thereafter and helmed a new way forward. Leadership had previously debated whether the project would center
Dude,
a
they're
pirate
like changing
or their
people
ship
left and
as
right.
the main playable character. The E3 2017 and 2018 builds revolved around the latter. The mid-2019 reboot focalized a playable pirate, then implemented exploration and survival elements borrowed from Rust and Ark Survival Evolved.
Orc.
Letting users roam land masses on foot represented another new point of interest, one prompting several rounds of trial and error. Existing combat, looting, and sailing mechanics remained intact, supported by crafting, trading, and other resource management features.
Okay.
The survival-based additions inspired higher stakes for dying, yielding what some developers deemed a roguelike light edge. Such drastic shifts invited more chaos since the engine tools used for Skull and
Oh, man,
Bones
that
were
rope burn
ill-fated
right
for
there.
land exploration and the sudden inclusion of deeper inventory management. The crew sunk 6 to 12 months into sorting through the resulting issues, so it's no wonder Ubisoft's October 2019 earnings report confirmed a third delay.
Ooh.
Officially, the publisher kept Skull and Bones out of the limelight for quite some time, but fresh details surfaced courtesy of reporting from Video Games Chronicle in July 2020.
Ooh,
Development
2020.
sources who spoke with VGC alleged the 2019 reboot had introduced a live game model featuring live storytelling elements. As a result, instead of the Division's games as a service
Oh,
angle
man,
with
the
its
Division
regular
2 right
updates
there.
and
Oh,
unchanging
God.
game world, the reworked experience took cues from Fortnite, dropping players into a
I
persistent
don't know, a
world
lot of
filled
people
with
were like into
characters,
Fortnite and all
quests, and
that.
storylines whose changes depended on community behavior. Stopping short of corroborating the VGC story, Ubisoft Singapore's September
And an
2020
update.
blog
Oh,
post
God.
revealed that progress on
2020.
a new vision had entered
Yeah,
full
2020
swing.
was not a good year
The
for
message
anybody.
additionally explains Skull and Bones' many delays. As ambitions swelled, so too did the challenges accompanying them. The studio consequently spent several months in 2020 conceptualizing how to modernize the classic pirate fantasy,
Oh my fucking
while
God.
also crafting an immersive adventure replete with memorable moments. Prolonging the development cycle seemed the optimal way to get at the heart of the conundrum. Ubisoft further
Oh, dude,
facilitated
yeah.
production efforts at this juncture upon assigning satellite studios like those in Berlin, Chengdu, Kyiv, Paris, and the Philippines to assist the Singaporean outfit.
That's a lot of fucking
A
studios
fourth
right
delay
there.
followed in May 2021, pushing the release to an unspecified date between April 2022 and March.
It's because you guys fucking keep changing the stuff like so fucking many times. It's just insane. Do like 7 months just for that in that 1 year. Bro, that's like a little over than half the whole year right there that you spent on trying to get that shit handled. Like, holy shit. I'm actually curious since, you know, Skull and Bones came out what, in February, right? What is it? Skull and Bones. Oh, here we go. Player count. You gotta love the Steam charts. Let's see. Oh my god. Wait. No. Oh, I'm looking. This 1 week. Wait, this is 1 week. Okay, that's just 1 month. 48 hours. Oh shit. Okay, what's the max? Okay. Oh. Oh. Oh god. Okay, they must have had an update right here. They just was kind of fluctuating. And now it's dying down to... Oh shit. They had so many fucking people in here working their ass off to only get 2,000 people at all-time peak 4 months ago. And this was like at the height of when it came out, wasn't it? Right? Because, you know, like the early access and stuff like that. It's like, holy shit. And then, oh my God. Dude. It's like, well, this is when it came out. And then it just died off like... Bro, it only lasted a fucking week before it went back down. And then there was like probably like a spike right there. Oh, shit. Wait, the release date came out on 22nd of August of 2024, 4 months ago. Holy fuck, dude. This came out 4 months ago? It said February. I looked at it. It's the chat. Remember, it said February. You know, I don't even look at it. Like, okay, so this came out like 4 months ago. I didn't even know this thing came out like, I was like, oh, it must have came out like, and I didn't even hear anything about it. Maybe I did, and I just don't remember. This came out 4 months ago. It only had 2,000 people. Chat, it's already like, oh my God. So if it was 4 months ago, this was August. Holy shit. Dude, like, oh, dude. Oh, that's not looking too hot right there.
March 2023.
I'm actually going to move this right here.
Chief Financial Officer Frederick Duguay spoke
That's like a
highly
lot
of the
of studios
project's
on
creative
that.
direction in a financial call, then stated development had been advancing well for the past year. At the time of Kotaku's June 2021 report,
how much does a
sources claimed the
Quadruple A
direction was
game
still
cost?
evolving because the multiplayer title hadn't hit the mark. Some people in the know
Four
blamed the
studios to only
turbulence
have
on
like
a
that many
general
people,
lack
and
of
that's
direction,
fucking sad.
exacerbated by too many leads taking charge while few were willing to make tough calls.
Yeah, like, no shit. You have like four people screaming at each other on what they want to do for their version of it. Oh my fucking God. Like, chat, I don't need to explain the issues to that. This is like proof as much why you shouldn't do that.
For other developers, the issues stemmed from the project being rushed. Still, there were those who maintained the fault laid at the feet of Ubisoft's editorial division, which proved difficult to please. One ex-staffer alleged editorial would occasionally freak out and change everything. A recipe for disaster since directional shifts forced adjustments that affected everything from progression to the in-game economy.
So they don't know how to
Culture
manage.
clashes between
That's what
the
I hear from
Assassin's
that.
Creed and Ghost Recon Phantoms teams compounded the situation, as did the revolving door of creative leads. Not only did the latter cause multiple reboots, leadership shakeups most often meant previously shelved ideas were relegated and sometimes cast aside once again.
Ooh, Soulfish.
Wasting time thus became the name of the game. Therefore, developers occasionally either found themselves with nothing to do or stuck in a cycle of busy work while higher-ups contemplated the next course of action. Reportedly, a culture of fear adversely impacted Ubisoft Singapore throughout Skull and Bones' development as well. Based on allegations of
I remember seeing something
and
like that
workplace
actually pop up.
toxicity. Employees who spoke out claimed the publisher's efforts in 2020 to rid its ranks of bad actors accomplished little in terms of reforming the work environment. Difficulty retaining employees dogged the beleaguered multiplayer effort.
So I think those bad actors are the people trying to say, hey, that shit can't get done, bro. You need to calm down, titties. Those titties were like, how dare you talk about my titties? That is sexual harassment. You're out. You're out.
Effort 2, supposedly culminating in an unprecedented staff
I'm
exodus.
like, oh, someone's a little insecure about their
developers
titties.
left in droves due to the constant fits and starts. The fraught production cycle naturally raised questions about why Ubisoft simply didn't pull the plug. A few developers believed a deal with the Singaporean government was what staved off cancellation, considering the country's Economic Development Board had granted the publisher subsidies in 2016 to foster AAA game development in the region. Skull and Bones seemingly benefited from a certain level of immunity, though nothing could save it from the downward spiral that ultimately plagued its market debut.
Okay, yeah. That's probably like the most embarrassing thing to be in right here, Ubisoft.
Skull and Bones finally received a November 2022 launch date that July for PC, PS5, Xbox, and Google Stadia. New details confirmed players would spend most of their time at sea with scattered chances of exploring the world on solid ground. A worldwide gameplay reveal
Solid
followed
ground.
the news, spotlighting multiplayer crafting, ship management, and exploration.
Really sure about that.
In short, hopeful players
Let's see the player count. I honestly don't see. Oh, what the fuck is that?
Aboard a small sloop and
What the
expand
fuck?
it into a mighty force on hulking warships.
Okay, it's kind of ridiculous now. Not gonna lie, I can see why it probably flopped.
Viewers quickly expressed skepticism, lambasting the first-person ship camera, a lack of shipboarding combat, and the dated-looking visuals.
So they never even wanted to add in the shipboarding combat, which was the main staple for that Assassin's Creed Black Flag, like sailing the ships and doing that. What? But why? That was the main selling point of Assassin's Creed Black Flag, was you could be a pirate, you know? You could sail your ship, collect booty, you know, when you touch your booty, you know, like that stuff, and pillage and plunder and all that stuff, and sink ships and board the ships, steal the loot and steal the people, and then steal the ship. Yeah, I honestly felt like that was so fucking awesome. Like the fact that you could go over there just like, you know what, that ship is ripe for boarding. Prepare the boarding horns. I will lead the charge. Follow me. And yeah, no, that's exactly what you do. You're just like, wow. Wow. I'm so sad though that, you know, they had it. They fucking had it. That was the good formula. That is why a lot of people liked it, but no.
Many begrudged Ubisoft for not delivering something along the lines of a Black Flag 2.0 experience.
Again,
Ubisoft
why
Skull and
fix something
Bones
that's
for
not
a
even
fifth
broken?
time in September 2022. An extra 5 months would be used for polishing and balancing purposes, a necessity to improve the project's chances of long-term success. A sixth and final delay cited similar intentions in January 2023 as developers prepared for Skull and Bones' February 2024 rollout on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series
But it
platforms.
shows what. Wait,
The
okay,
Pirates
maybe
title
Mike explain.
became mired in controversy once more ahead of launch, courtesy of its contentious $70 price tag.
$70? What the hell? Oh my god, chat. Okay, yeah, I can see why no one got it. I could see why a lot of people didn't even bother to go for it. $70. 70 buckaroos, 70 worms, 70, I don't know. I fucking 70, that's so much right there. Bro, just fucking go out and say it. You wanted to charge $100 for this shit. Just fucking say it. Just fucking say it, dude. Just fucking say it. You wanted to charge $100 for this shit. Base edition. You wanted to charge like probably $50 to $150 if you had a deluxe edition. And then a super deluxe edition would be $200. Just fucking say it. Just because, like, dude, it's $70. You're charging $70 for this? And you didn't even put a lot of stuff in it, like the mechanics, like, oh my god, from Black Flag, like, dude. It's like a Black Flag, but like with minimum stuff, you know, scrapped out from it, and then they're just reselling it, but with like less of the stuff that you liked about it. I'd rather just play that game. And if you're gonna do this, you should just charge fucking like 20 or 30 bucks for it, because this is what, like, the way how it is being described and how it's looking, and how there's a lot of stuff that isn't in there, but Black Flag does deliver. You might as well get that game and then this game. Like, this game is just a fucking joke.
Game with a battle pass, in-game store, and
And
premium currency. The general consensus,
of course, they
argued
added in
Skull
a
and
battle
Bones had
pass,
no
cherry
business
on top.
demanding such a high entry point. Even investors raised concerns during an earnings call. One pondered whether the cost could presumably limit the player base. Ubisoft CEO
Oh shit, they were right, man. These investors are so smart. Surely Ubisoft won't have to deal with them any point later on in the future of this year. Oh, wait, hang on, they are.
EO Gimo defended the decision, labeling Skull and Bones a Quadruple A endeavor that warranted steeper pricing because it offered a full-fledged game that would deliver in the long run. Critic reviews and user impressions soon thereafter suggest.
I want to say something to that. I think you guys know what I'm going to say. I think you honestly know what I'm going to say about that, because, like, dude, come on. As I just said it, you wanted to charge $100 for like little shit on there, and not the full fucking experience that people were kind of hoping for. Just fucking say you want to charge $100 for less. Just fucking say it. Just go out and say you little grandma lame.
Otherwise. Dismal review scores permeated the day one discourse. The common assessment
34.
being that while Skull and Bones provided a fun adventure, repetition, minimal gameplay variation, and dull missions did not beget a lasting thrill ride. The stellar ship combat and navigation that made Black Flag shine over a decade prior worked wonders for the multiplayer round, yet could only bear so much of the heavy lifting. Users shared similarly unfavorable critiques, and low player counts did little to improve the perception.
Where's the other half of the game? The 10 years in development, we got a downgrade Assassin's Creed game? Awesome. Bro, I was just saying that you're paying more for less. And it took 10 years mainly for the fact because they wanted to have more people in there. Again, they have the AAA right there. They got the 1A for, you know, blah, 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 blah. But the 4As are just the other 4 studios helping out. But they're not helping out because they're screaming at each other. That's why there's 4As, chat. That's why there's 4As. Because they're screaming at each other because they want to rip off the other guy's head.
Insider Gaming's Tom Henderson heard from sources who claimed the repeatedly delayed title barely cracked 850,000 players in its first week. Numbers bolstered by a free trial promotion. It was far from a great start for a project created on an estimated $200 million budget.
$200 million! That's okay, that's what the, oh my god. Wow, it took, wait, so, oh, it even says on there too, so that's what it is, 200 million. 4 development teams. Or studios. 4 studios. $200 million. To only have... Oh my fucking god. Oh. Holy shit. $2,000. And if these guys got it, hang on. Chat, I need to do the math. I gotta do the math really quick. Holy shit. That, so the all-time peak they had was 2,615. And it's $70. So that means they probably would have got an estimate of like probably like 200K out of all the, oh my god, that's, and it's 200 million. Hey, they got like they just missed this part of the million. Oh god. That, yeah, that's kind of, yeah, oh dude, I think that's like what, like, what is that, like less than 1%? Less than 1%. But I'm not factoring the stuff that, you know, say if someone bought it on Steam and played it for like 15 minutes and they realized, oh, this shit's garbage, and did the refund. I'm not counting that too. But let's just say in that perfect world scenario, that's how much they would have gotten. But I'm not counting in how many people refunded the game. Oh, shit. So they probably got like 1%, maybe less than 1% of their, what, like, give or take, like, was it like 1%, less than 1% of the budget that they put into that. it's funny that a lot of 66.82% of the 1,206 say positive. I know people are gonna say, "Oh, but he's positive. It's like in the 60s." Chat, 75s is what I like to see. If it shows it's pretty okay. 74 or 73 are kind of like, there might be some issues going on with that. 60, it's yeah, that's not ideal. I will say that is not something I want to go into right there. Oh my god, dude. Imagine being the guy in charge of Skull and Bones, giving thumbs up on everything, eventually going up to an estimate of $200 million. And then just to have 170 people on just playing your game.
Engaged at the very least.
How
logging
fucking
about
high were you
3+
when you
hours
did
of
this?
playtime per day. Either way, developers knew sales figures were less than satisfactory. With
Oh,
some
I say.
attributing the soft launch to the ill-advised $70 price tag. Specific
Again,
failings
$70.
aside, Skull and Bones' various shortcomings appeared indicative of a larger, company-wide issue within Ubisoft. Insider Gaming published a report prior to launch detailing the internal tensions that had beset the France-based organization. Sources familiar with the in-house operations identified Ubisoft's
NFT,
penchant for
yeah.
chasing trends in recent
Oh yeah, the NFT game, yeah. Bro. Second time they did this shit. And no one fucking gave a fuck about it. Everyone just the collective yawn, just like, eh.
years as one of the key culprits behind its steady decline. Between 2021 and 2022, for instance, the Assassin's Creed publisher had approximately 12 Battle Royale shooters in development, many of them unceremoniously shelved. Poor management of this scale naturally resulted in delays becoming the norm. When paired with unclear creative directions and toxic work environments, it's no surprise the likes of Beyond Good and Evil 2 entered and remained trapped in development hell throughout Skull and Bones' prolonged stint. But Ubisoft's live service games have turned things around in the past. Rainbow Six Siege constituting the most
Did
famous
that guy just
example.
gun out his friendly?
Skull and Bones could someday enjoy a comparable surge, contingent on whichever way the wind blows.
That sounds
for
like an
Ubisoft
average
as a whole.
Rainbow Six Siege. Oh yeah. Yeah, I remember when I said, huh. Yeah. Not looking too good for Ubisoft though, I will say. So it was possible by you, the gamers. Yeah. Again, I don't know who's like the guy who greenlit everything again, but imagine your name popping up on the most monumental like catalyst of a fuck up that you've ever made in the gaming history, or just a business history standpoint, and your name just pops up. The guy's probably changed his name. I'm gonna be honest with you. He's probably like, oh, nope. This person, nope, I'm not him. I changed my name. I'm going to change my face. I'm gonna change where I live. He is dead. He died in an accident. I seen it with my own eyes. That's what this guy's probably doing right now. 100% chat. Like 100 fucking %. He is definitely doing that. He's like, nope. This person died in a car accident like 2 years ago. I don't know what I never even met that guy, but he sounded fucking hot. But it's such a shame that he died in the way he did in a car accident, man. I'm sorry, but like, dude, why? Like, chat, it's like, this is how many people are on right now. 170 people. And the highest peak they got was this, 2,615. Then Twitch stats says it's got this right here. That's Twitch. This is probably like all the people are like looking at like, is this game good? And then they're like, yeah, yep, okay, yep. All right, I see. I am convinced that I am not going to buy it. That was all those people were probably doing. I didn't even know this game came out. I honestly forgot. I know they were talking about it for so fucking long. that I was at that point where I was just like, eh. I was mainly for the fact that I kind of got fed up with how they did like the, you know, a lot of their games, especially for the was it Tom Clancy franchise. They're like, oh, people don't like Tom Clancy anymore. We did an NFT to see if people will like it. Oh, well, I guess no one didn't buy into it. Kill it off. Start cutting those projects. Kill it off. Dude, Wildlands was so fucking awesome. Wildlands is probably the best one right there. Point Break, or was it Breakpoint? I'm gonna be honest with you, the graphics on there were so fucking horrendous. It was just like a spit in the face to people who played the first game. It really was. It was just like a fucking spit in the face. Like, you know, they got from the deep of, you know, they got like they did that little, you know, from the deep of their throat, and then they went, you know. That's how I felt like when they did that.